Hi there, this is the Krecjik #1 trap in the Krecjik Gambit of the Dutch defence. Sharing a name with a hard-hitting Dutch tennis ace, this Krecjik was the Austrian Joseph Emil Krecjik. After d4, black tries the Dutch defence, and here there are several offbeat second moves for white. I remember being a Dutch player myself as a junior, thinking I knew it all, and I was surprised once on the move bishop g5, which was played by a master against me in some simultaneous display many years ago, and I had no idea what to do. I was lucky to go on to win, and I remember being fascinated with offbeat second moves in the Dutch, and g4 is one of them. This is the Krecjik Gambit of the Dutch defence, opening up lines immediately for white. If black captures, white offers another pawn, and perhaps black here would do best to give up the pawn by playing g3, similar to a maneuver in the Benko Gambit. If black continues and plays g takes h3, trying to stay materially ahead, white recaptures with the knight. d5 and now queen d3. This queen is taking away a very useful potential diagonal for the black bishop who wants to hop in or dart in to f5. Also, the queen on d3 is putting pressure on this diagonal and on the h7 pawn. After knight g5, there'll be many offensive lines for white. So black continues with knight f6, and knight g5 is certainly having some tactical hits on h7. Well, queen d6 is a good bet by black. It sort of vacates squares for the king as well and brings the queen into the action. There's nothing here by taking the pawn immediately on h7. Really, white doesn't get anything. Rather, knight c3 offers more attacking chances. Well, the knight can hop into b5. So g6 now by black cuts off any offensive strike by white on h7, and queen takes g6 just loses the queen, obviously. So knight b5, a good try by white, hitting the queen. The queen's going to move over to b6 or c6. Probably b6 would be slightly better, but queen c6 now allows white to open up lines with e4, and it's still got to be more or less equal if we have knight takes on e4. But if black tries d takes e4, then there's many lines open for white as a new offensive diagonal has opened up. White now can try queen b3, and the queen is threatening to invade there on f7, and a6 can be played. Let's see what happens if e6 is played to shut off that diagonal. Well, the queen will redeploy on the other side, on the king side, on g3, and now there's strikes on c7, which is targeted. If knight a6 was played defending c7, then we got a tactical hit now by white with knight takes on h7, since after rook takes h7, rook takes, knight takes, the queen's picking up g6 with an overwhelming position for white. Also, after queen g3, if black were to try bishop d6, would have the same theme after knight takes on d6 and then capturing on h7. So we have, after d takes on e4, queen b3, black can try a6, and here white doesn't have to worry about the knight on b5 and doesn't even need to enter into f7. Rather, this is a far better move, bishop now to f4, keeping the threat on c7 alive, and obviously not now a takes on b5, which allows bishop takes b5, which is picking up the black queen. So after white tries bishop to f4, knight d5 seems to guard everything. It hits the bishop, and it gives extra protection to c7, but it allows the last tactical shot by white. Queen takes now on d5, since after queen takes on d5, knight takes on c7 is regaining the queen with a huge material advantage for white. So this has been the Krecjik #1 trap in the Krecjik Gambit of the Dutch defense. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.